I'm Farah and I have alopecia. I lost all my hair at 15. I felt ugly, like I just was a young girl and I wanted to feel pretty. Alopecia ruined my confidence. I only ever took my wig off to wash it. I couldn't look at myself. I'd lock myself in the bathroom, cover the mirrors. I decided to dedicate my final project at university to speaking about my alopecia for the first time. And I remember being like to my tutor, like, oh, I need to find a bald model now. And she was just like, Farah, what are you talking about? I avoided my reflection for 10 years, but now I'm proud of it. My name is Farah and I'm 29 years old. I do a few things, but I'm mainly a jeweller. My main hobby is painting. I do commissions, so if someone has an idea for a painting, they can come to me, and the same with the jewellery. I was diagnosed with alopecia areata when I was 8 years old. Alopecia is an autoimmune disease and it just means my immune system attacks the hair follicles, which causes hair loss. I lost all my hair at 15. I started losing my hair when I was about 8 years old. I don't really remember much. I think it was at the back. It was only a small amount. I only really started to notice and become upset by it once I went to secondary school. Once the bullying started, it was a lot more visible as well. So I remember I had 2 patches the size of my hands, either side of my head, and I used to wear a headband. My hair loss got worse, headbands weren't working, so then I went to extensions, clinging on to the bits of hair I had. That didn't last long. As my hair loss got worse, it was really scary. It was just a constant thing to like figure out how I was gonna cover it and hide it. And then 15, I got my first wig. Alopecia ruined my confidence. I was a very insecure kid. People were like scared to be seen talking to me because they'd like get bullied as well. A lot of it was baldy, you're never gonna get a boyfriend, you're so ugly. I'd lock myself in the bathroom, cover the mirrors. I couldn't look at myself. I've always been into art. I didn't know what kind of career I could go down doing that, and I kind of wanted to explore the options. So Centre St. Martin's is where I went, and they do like a year course where you do everything. 1 week we did jewellery and I just fell in love. I decided to dedicate my final project at university to speaking about my alopecia for the first time because I was just done with hiding it. I made a collection and each piece represented a physical or an emotional stage I went through losing my hair. This piece, I randomly had a patch of regrowth and it grew probably like that much, and it was like soft and black and it was like curly, and I was just like, oh my God, what is this? Is my hair growing back? Because alopecia is so unpredictable. It could just start growing back. Like I could wake up tomorrow and I could have regrowth, but it only stayed in this tiny little spot. I tied it up in a hairband, cut it off and put it in my jewellery box. I think just subconsciously it meant so much to me, but it was also like a really cruel experience because once I shaved it off, it actually didn't grow back. This one was kind of tracing the outline of where my hairline would have been. These pieces I made out of copper wire, and I was looking at Victorian jewellery and how they use locks of hair from loved ones that had passed away. So I got copper wire and spray painted them black, and yeah, these were the stages of kind of grief I felt losing my hair. It was hard, like having to relive so much. I made the collection. I still wasn't going out in public without my wig on. And then it came to the exhibition and I remember being like to my tutor, like, oh, I need to find a bald model now. And she was just like, Farah, what are you talking about? You need to do it. And I was just like, no way. It didn't even cross my mind that I was gonna let someone take pictures of me without my wig on. It feels extremely vulnerable when you let people see you without your wig on. I ended up doing it, and that was the first time I'd let the world see me basically without my wig on. So I was stood there with my wig, with my work, and then the photos printed out. And it was funny because even people on my course that I'd been studying with for like 4 years, they were like, oh, who did you get to model? And I was like, it's me. Over lockdown, I started wearing like hats inside, and I realised I physically felt more comfortable when I wasn't wearing my wig. Because I used to sleep with my wig on. Like I never ever took my wig off. I feel so weird seeing myself with a wig on now because it's been so long since I haven't worn one. Like I'm more used to seeing myself bald than I am with a wig on. I just needed to learn to be comfortable with other people's reactions. I think it's only been like 2 years since I've actually stopped wearing my wig, but I like to think that I'm doing something to normalise bald women. Over the years, my eyebrows have fallen out and I've tried like tattooing, makeup and all that, but I was just never happy with the results. And then these eyebrow transfers have just changed my life. Since I've stopped wearing my wig, my eyebrows and my jewellery have given me that confidence to go out without my wig on. These were just a great alternative because they last a few days, they're waterproof. I feel more comfortable when I have my eyebrow transfers on. I made my Instagram and I started sharing my work. It was really cool hearing that my work was resonating with other people as well, like educating people on hair loss, basically. It sounds really cliche, but I do try and like be the person I needed to see growing up because I didn't see anyone else that looked like me. I started connecting with other people with alopecia and it all kind of really changed in my mind because I was making friends with all these bald women. And I was like hand on heart, feeling like they were beautiful. One of my best friends who has alopecia as well is coming over.
How did you meet?
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. It was like a support thing.
I was saying earlier, it's definitely been one of the best things that's come out of having alopecia, like being able to connect with other people that have it too. And I was saying that it's like, it's weird, it's like an instant connection.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you both just get it.
Yeah, you know exactly how I feel when I discuss, like when I say something, it's like, totally get it.
Yeah.
I know exactly what's going on. It sucks, but it also, it's like, it's a bonding moment. I didn't even know there were other people like me out there that were dealing with the exact same thing. To now be friends with someone for this many like years. And they just totally get me. Yeah. It's like, it's such a beautiful thing. You'll understand how I feel. You know, whereas if I spoke to this about, you know, something alopecia related to like my sister or another friend, they might not get it as well. But there are so many misconceptions. It's like, you know, are you sick? Did you do this to yourself?
Yeah, I've got that recently. Happened. People have been like, how did you shave your head so well? And I'm like, you can tell, like, surely, because you'd have like a shadow.
No, it's a filter.
I'd have a shadow.
It's a filter. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Fancy going for a walk on the beach?
Let's do it, guys.
When people ask me what advice I would give to someone else struggling with their alopecia, my main thing is always to reach out and connect with other people that have it, because that was a game changer for me. Someone said to me once, if everyone in the world looked the same, it would be such a boring place. Like, it's so beautiful that everyone is so unique and different. Like, what makes you unique and different is such a special and beautiful thing. It's cool being different. Who wants to look the same as everyone else?